welcome back to the channel. Prepping on the creek here, and we're going to go over a product that is a camping light, a fishing light, emergency backup light, however you want to use it. But it's a pretty nifty little LED light, and I'm going to use this over at my property, and we'll take it over there and show you how bright it is when it's pitch black outside. But for right now, we're just going to go over what you get. This is a Conpex 1100 lumen LED light. Now this is meant to run off of DC power stations, okay? And what you get here, and I've used it already, so there might be a little dirt and stuff in here, but this is the actual light itself. Comes with a transmitter on it because it has a remote. You have a tripod. This one came with an extra transmitter for the remote. You get a long 5521 male on both ends. You can hook it up, basically plugging it in like that and turn it, and then you can use it as a cigarette lighter, or you could plug it directly into a power station's 5521 like that. Or if you have a battery, you can plug the cord in again like that. Let me get the right side here. Well, that was a little tight, but you plug it in right there, and then you can go right into a 12-volt battery. Okay, so that's that. Now I won't be using this. I'll be using this right here and the cord going straight into a 5521, and it does have a remote. Has a couple different modes. We'll get it put together, and I'll just show you right in here how it lights up this room. We'll turn the lights off in this room and show you how it can light you up for an emergency if you had a power outage. Okay, here's the tripod. Just unfold the legs out. It has a bolt to tighten it up right there. And then it's got 3 other levels that it can go to. I just raised this one up, and I'm going to screw the little swivel onto the top. We're going to grab the light, and I find doing it like this is a little bit easier. And this has a ability to just screw on this way. Twist it around, and then you can loosen this, and you can aim it where you want it to go. So we're gonna just put it like that right now. We're gonna bring our EB55 over here, unplug the cord, and plug it into here, and then we're just going to plug it straight in to our power station's 5521 output. We'll grab the remote and we'll see if we can raise this up to the ceiling. Right there, and then we got one other level. Let's do this. Let's turn this down a little bit so we're at a 90-degree angle. There we go. We want to go a straight 90 here, so we can just go right up to our roof. Ceiling, excuse me. Okay, we got it there. And you can run this cord wherever you want to. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. We're going to turn all the lights out. So when we start filming, it's going to be black in here, and then you'll see the light come on. we're going to go ahead and turn our DC on. And I'm going to grab my house, and I can't get rid of all the lights, but in the event of a power outage it would be blacker in here, but I'm going to show you that up on the property. But let's go ahead and turn the light on. There we go, we got the power on, and that is at 25%. Let's go to 50, and let's go to 100. I mean, it lights this room up. Very nice light. You can also change it to a yellow mode, and you can take it down to 25%. So this puts off as much light as I had just a while ago with the lights on. You can take it to 50 and then to 100. It also has some strobe modes, which I'm not going to show. Let me put my glasses on here. And you can also do a dim that way and then brighten it back up on the yellow. Let's switch back to the white, and you can do a dim on it, and that's just by a button, and take it all the way back up to 100%. So there you go. This is a very bright light, and again, we're going to show you what it can do over there at the... Okay, we probably could have did this with all the lights out, but let's see what type of power this light is using. So we're going to go with the white light. Turn the power on, hitting the wrong button, and we're on 25%, and we're pulling 8 watts from the EB55. Let's go to 50%. Jumps up to 18 watts. Let's go 100%. And we're pulling 42 watts. So on its highest setting, this is only pulling 42 watts. Let's see if it makes a difference with the yellow. Let's go back down to 25. Let it drop down. 8 watts. Let's switch to the yellow. There, the actual power draw went down. Now we're only pulling 5 watts at 25%. We're on the 50% setting, 14 watts, 100%, 32 watts. So this thing doesn't use a lot of power. 32 watts on the high setting for yellow. Let's go to white again, 42. So a difference of 10 watts. So you can save 10 watts by going to yellow. So a max of 42, a low of 5 on yellow, 8 on true white light. And it says here, there's a, let's see if this will work. We're switching to white. You can go from yellow to white. And let's see if that has a bigger pull on it. 42 watts. So there you have it. This thing's only going to pull 42 watts on its highest setting and 5 watts on its lowest setting on the yellow side, 8 watts on its lowest setting on the white side. So if you have a portable power station and you're running this thing, let's just say EB55 here, which is 537 watt hours, and we're pulling 42 watts. This thing will run 12 hours, almost 13 hours off this power station. So definitely probably wouldn't need to run it all night, but it definitely won't do it. Okay, let's use the cigarette lighter adapter. Plug it in and let's turn it on. and we are on 100%. And it says coming in at 41. It was 42 through the 5521, so about the same. Go to yellow. Drops down to 31. So it looks like it's using one less watt using the cigarette lighter adapter port than it is the 5521. But I'll be honest, I'm not going to sweat the watt because I think it's a lot easier to use that 5521, and it is. It's 32 watts versus 31, but again, I'm not going to sweat it. Let's see if it makes a difference which one we use. 32. So there you have it. You can use either one. This is just nice because you don't have to worry about digging in here and finding that attachment. If you have a 5521, I would just plug straight into it. Okay, we're videoing the Conpex 1100 lumen camping / fishing light. We're going to start with the 25%. And there you go. You can see we were pitch black. And it's again off, on. Now let's go to 50%. Area that it's covering. And then 100. There you go. You can see the area that we're lighting up. And it might be a better view to show you from back here. So let's go back to 25% and off. And there we go. 50, 100. Pretty bright. There's the yellow. And that's 100% for it. So it lights up pretty good. The white does a lot better, but camera's probably not doing it justice. But there's the white. 100%. So it's lighting up a pretty good area. One more time. Off. On. Alright guys, there you have it. There is the Conpex camping, fishing, emergency use light. Tell me what you think about it. Let's go over some pros and cons of it. Let's start with the cons. The cons is there's no AC source to it. I think they do sell an adapter that you can get if you wanted to plug it into AC, but this is not meant really for AC. It's meant for using it with a power station, using it with a 12-volt battery. That's what this is designed for. It's designed for camping, for fishing, you know, for emergency use. So power stations are the way to go with this light, or 12-volt batteries. That's the way to power this thing. But if you did want it, I mean, you can get it. They sell adapters for it. So if that's something you want, you can find. Other cons, wish the tripod was just a little bit sturdier. It's not that it's not sturdy, it is. It's just when you get to those higher levels, you need to take it, you know, you just can't take it all the way to the top because it gets a little loose. Just, you might have to take it down another inch just to keep it solid. But that's more nitpicking than anything else, I guess. But overall, you saw what it did over there on the property. It lit it up pretty good, because this thing puts out 1100 lumens on the highest setting. So it would be great. And you also saw what it did here in the house. It lit this room off with most of the lights out. So you can see that it's pretty much going to light this place up if need be in a power outage situation. I don't have any other cons. The pros is the low amount of watts that this uses. 42 watts is the most that we saw it use on our EB55. So it used very little watts, and you can take it all the way down. It was like 7 and 8 watts on the white, and I think it got down to 5 on the yellow light. So this thing does not use much power at all. And when you're dealing with camping, when you're dealing with fishing, when you're dealing with emergencies, power is at a premium. So you don't want to be wasting your power with high wattage items. So knowing that you could even get light as low as 5 watts with this, and it's still done pretty good, that you saw over there on the property, even on the lowest setting, and it was pulling the least amount of watts, it still lit up the area. So imagine that in a pitch black house, it's going to light it up good, because you're going to have more reflection off your walls and things like that. So it's a go for me. I'll put the way you can get it down in the link down in the comments below. A lot of times it has a coupon. I've seen it for $99. I've seen it for $119. I've seen it all the way down to $79, $72. So it's a good emergency item, a good prepping item to have, because like I say, it's going to light your house up in a power outage situation. But for, you know, just for enjoying, being able to use it for enjoyment as well, if you're camping, if you're fishing, things like that. So it's a good one. I recommend this one. I like it. I'm going to be keeping this up at the property probably full time, because we have no outside lights there. We have no power up there right now. Everything is done by power stations. I do have a couple 12-volt batteries up there that have a solar panel and charge controller hooked to that lights up some string lights, but this, as you saw, lit up a pretty good size area. So I'm going to be leaving this over there, and that way I can break it out in the evenings. And what we're doing up there is a lot of roasting marshmallows and cooking hamburgers on the grill, sitting by the fire and just having a good time. So thank you for watching. If you're interested in this item, there will be a link in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content we're putting out. We're oh so close to 1,000 subscribers. Help push me over the top. I appreciate it. And liking and subscribing to the channel helps us get out there so more viewers can see you know what we're doing here at Prepping on the Creek. And I thank you for your viewership. Have a blessed day.